Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hope you had a good day today. Kind of a nice little trend day today we had today with a nice little pullback for lunch, and then we just ripped right back to the AM highs. So, with that said, looking at the daily here on NQ, you guys remember over the weekend we were looking at we had two situations going on. So, for NQ from our October 6th low, remember we had hit the 50% mark here, and this is where we bounced on Friday. You can see we had a nice reaction to that 50 to that point 0.5 fib there, and then so that was a reason to be bullish going into the weekend. However, remember we're still in this weekly FVG, but did we reject this weekly FVG just to come back to that point 0.5 fib on the daily? Right now, that's what it's looking like. But another bearish thing we had was ES was in this weekly fair value gap as well, just like NQ, and it rejected right at this weekly order block. So this was your reason to be bearish going into the weekend. So like I said, we had to wait for candles Sunday and Monday pre-market to kind of give us a little more idea of what to look for. So going back to NQ. This morning I mentioned we'll get rid of this to make things easier to see here. But actually, let's go back to NQ quick. So back to NQ quick. Obviously, we hit the point 0.5 fib. Along with that point 0.5 fib, we ran into this daily inverse right here. This one didn't hold, probably because we wanted to fill this one. So we are now delivering from this daily inverse. The weekly, this daily sent us down from here. So remember, the market moves imbalance to imbalance. So we came up here, rejected. We were also in the weekly at the same time, never closed above it. Came back down, rebalanced. This inverse hit, and then we had our 50% retracement. So now maybe we're getting some bullish action. So this morning I mentioned this was the hourly FEG that I was watching. If we got above this, I knew we were going to run some highs, as well as we have this nice little downtrend that was waiting to be ran. And then I think our next target will be 366 on NQ because of that. And it looks even cleaner on the 15-minute chart. So that's why I'm going to be probably leaning a little more bullish going into this evening, just because we don't have any like higher time frame like we're all structure right now is like is bearish or is bullish. Like you see, like we're just forming hourly FVGs here. We are respecting them. We have 15 minutes that we're respecting. We got this like price is still showing wanting to go higher until we start breaking through like this 15-minute uh, this hourly right here, if we move this one down, like price is still bullish to me. Like I do not want to be short, especially when like we're not showing any displacement from these highs. So that's why I think like 366 is coming next. Another thing, we now have hourly inverse. See, we closed above it, tapped into it. We have not closed back below it. So it tells me that maybe we closed over this for a reason, probably to push back up to 368. Going along with the hourly, we have a 4-hour inverse down here. So you see where we closed above, retest. We haven't taken a high since we have not taken a single high since closing above this. So it makes you think that we should go back up here. I just personally don't want to be shorting when we have all this higher time frame fair value gaps being closed above, showing price is willing and wanting to draw to a higher time frame. So that's just what I'm looking for. Currently, probably going into the Asia session, this will give us a good idea. Maybe for overnight, we have this tiny little 15-minute FEG here. It was kind of created the end of day here. Kind of so if we can close back above this, we probably run back to the highs, and vice versa. Probably come back down to this low. But for the most part, keeping an eye on this hourly inverse up here overnight. If we close below this, then we're most likely bearish and probably running back to these lows. But until that happens, I'm just not bearish because we're delivering from an hourly. We haven't taken a high, and we've inversed all these higher time frame FVGs. So that's my reason to be bullish going into tomorrow. Could absolutely be wrong, sure, because we're still in that weekly FVG. But you see, we're again pushing back through it, and we've already rejected it once. So maybe this time is the time to go higher. Something else to keep note of: we are starting to set up a nice hourly downtrend here. So if we would come back and start taking this high, maybe we start getting a domino effect to push back higher. This is just more of a longer term trend, not like something that's going to happen tomorrow. But in the bearish case, which could absolutely happen, like if we start, inversing some hourlies, these ones to like the downside, we still have to worry about these ones. These hourly equalos sitting down here could be and probably will be at some point a draw for the market to come back to. So what happened today? This is exactly how today played out. It was absolutely textbook. People might have thought it was games or something like that, but honestly, open was here. We started off, you know, just straight trending up, and then we had, we took some highs. We could not get over this 5-minute FVG. This is where we rejected all day, and this is where I also want to see. I'm glad I pointed this out because this is where I want to see us get over to be sure that we're going up to a 367. Because you see, this is a 15-minute FVG and it's a 5-minute as well. Obviously, I want to blow backwards there, but we have not closed over the 15. We have not closed over this 5-minute yet, though. You see how like we just wicked into it several times today, and then rejected. So this is what happened. So open, straight up. We tap into this FEG, moving imbalance to imbalance. Come back down. These are our lunch lows. This is where the dump happened. No news or anything, but you just see quick dump, induce a bunch of shorts into the market, get a lot more money into the market, rip. Take the stops here, induce more people to grab puts because they think, oh, the market's gonna keep on dumping now, and ripped it right back. And then you can expect with this kind of displacement, it's almost you would assume that we would just run back to AM highs. So you can see lunch lows back to AM highs, just sweeping stops left and right today. That's exactly what happened. It's the easiest way to explain it. So yeah, looking into tonight again, our hourly inverse here, and then the 5-minute FVG that we were struggling with today. If we can get over that, it should be a straight shot to 367. So that's NQ ES, going to be pretty much the exact same kind of thing. Obviously, we watched this hourly today. We watched this. You see, we got above it. We have now retested it. That's what keeps me more bullish as well, because you see, when we came up here, we already took this high. So it's like, okay, well, since we took this high, this inverse does not have to work. But look what happens. We respect it. And then we bounce back up, thinking it makes me think like, oh, maybe, you know, if it respected this for a reason, probably to go back up to the next level. Well, our next level would be 44.17. Maybe we get a dump from there, but only with confirmation, and we start inversing things to the downside. Well, another thing to look at on ES, you guys remember from last week, we have equal highs sitting right here on ES at 44.39. So we'll keep these drawn out. And it is worth noting there are still equal lows down here on ES. Where were they? I think they were like 43.77 or so. No, I'm not gonna waste too much time. I think they're on the 50-minute chart. Just for some people, there are some somewhere. Yeah, right here at 43.67, and they're right here. They're right here at 43.77. Yeah, so we will keep these marked as well, just in case we get bearish tomorrow. We have targets to look out for. Actually, never mind, because I forgot on Thursday we took out those equal lows. So again, not too much to be looking for on ES to the downside. These were the ones that I was thinking of. So I knew it was 43.77, just had the wrong one. So It is weird though. Like it's always 43.77. But so it's keep those marked. You know, if we start slicing back through this hourly tomorrow and through the inverse, obviously we're going right to those 43.77 equal lows. So keep those marked tomorrow. We could absolutely draw to them. So, but one more thing to look at for ES, we have like NQ are already tapped into this higher FVG, but maybe ES wants to do the same thing. So ES has still not tapped into this, so it could be a draw along with those 44.39 equal highs first, and then maybe we get our dump back to like the NQ equal lows thing down here. But like I said, it's all just waiting. We'll see what kind of candles we get overnight. But this is just what the candles are showing me right now. So like NQ bounced from that inverse daily FEG and the zero point 0.5 fib. ES didn't quite get to its zero point 0.5. Let's see. It's actually from the October 6th low. You can see ES did not get there, but it doesn't have to because NQ did already. So obviously, because you know they're going to pull each other. ES is bouncing from this daily FEG, barely closed below it, so it doesn't really matter. And you see how we are still respecting like this daily order block sitting here. So just something to keep in mind. And then one more thing that I want to point out, actually two more things real quick. I know I've gone very, very long here. Don't talk about YM much, but this one looks very clear to me. Another reason why I think ES could be bullish tomorrow. YM, like, so you got ES did not form a daily order block here because we did not close below these two, we did not close above these two bearish candles. NQ did not either. You can see we're still below. YM, however, did. This is a daily order block here, so this is where you can expect. This shows us a change in price delivery. So you can see we have closed above it now. So this tells us that price wants to draw higher, and it's on the daily time frame. So where can we look for a draw? Where does price want to? Where's the obvious spot for price to a draw to? You know, we're not just going to go up a little more and then come all the way back down. Like we're going to deliver somewhere right here to this daily fair value gap. So that's another reason why I'm staying leaning more bullish today, just because of that. And we find you see how look how small this daily bearish fair value gap is, and look how it was respected. You know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, umpteen times, and now we find that we finally get above it. Well, that's showing you, and with an order block created, the price wants to deliver higher. So that, and one more thing to look at is DXY. You see, DXY took these highs. And now DXY just looks very, very ugly on the hourly time frame. However, it's worth noting it's still holding this hourly, and it's also in a 4-hour FVG as well. So this thing could, you know, rip back at any time. But just something I wanted to point out. Just want to show YM, just because of where price is right now and what the higher time frame is still showing. I just can't be bearish yet. I do want those daily equal lows at some point, and those will be fun to chase at some point. But the higher time frame just isn't proving that to me that we're ready to go take those yet. So with that, sorry I ran on for about 14 minutes here, but wanted to get everything across, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you all tomorrow.